Welcome back. All right, for this third part of our 6-room poem, we're going to take that second page we wrote, where we took those ideas and those thoughts and those feelings and those memories and those important words and those questions, and we wrote them in poetic language. Now, I'd like you to take a blank page, and on that blank page, you are going to try to write your poem. Now what you're going to do is just start. You can start at the first box, image, and then go to light, senses, questions, feelings, but you don't have to. In fact, you could start at the end with your 3 words and then tell the rest of your story and maybe end with those 3 words too. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with those 3 words and then tell my poem and end with those 3 words. Now, when you're writing your poem, you're also thinking about, how do I want my words on the page to look? How do I want my lines, the lines on my page, to look? When do I want certain lines to end? Because poetry is meant to be read aloud and heard aloud. The way that you write it is going to really change the way that the reader reads it and hears it. Poetry is really about taking language and writing and treating it almost like a painting. It's an art with words. And so I'm going to show you what I did here. So I kind of went in order from the first box to the last, although I did kind of like that new idea to start with those 3 words. So I'm actually going to end that. I'm actually going to rather begin my poem that way as well. I'm going to go ahead and add that right now. I'm going to add quiet, quiet, quiet. Now, why did I add a part to my poem just now? Well, that's because as we think about this and write about this and talk about this, we're going to get new ideas, and we're going to change what we wrote. It's like a draft, except that here our writing is quick and it's creative, and we really get to change it as much as we want. This is very personal. It's just yours. No one gets to tell you how to do it. There's no right and there's no wrong. And if you change your idea, you change your mind, that's okay. You're allowed to do that. So I went ahead and wrote my poem. I used small words and big words. I thought about, when did I want to end one line and start another line so that it read the way that I wanted it to be read. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. And for this third part, you are going to go ahead and write your poem. Maybe share it with someone in your house. Share your ideas, talk about it, and then please record your poem out loud. And that's what you'll be submitting. You will be submitting your 3 pages. That first page where you did your reflecting. You will submit a picture of your second page where you rewrote your boxes with poetic language. That third page with your poem on it, and a recording of yourself reading it. All right, so I'm going to read you mine. Untitled. It doesn't have a name. Maybe I'll think of that by the time I get to the end of my poem. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Running after inspiration. Running from nothing. Windows passing by are pages turning in some child's notebook. Sun casts high beams, headlights from the heavens on an empty street. Drum beat footsteps. Beat back an eerie silence, like icicles dripping into muddy puddles. Where am I running to? How will I know when I have arrived? The old man, walker in hand, takes so long to make it down the alley and back again. I run so much faster into the quiet, quiet, quiet.